Right, I don't even know why I brought this with me today, but this is the Vorsk VMP2. This is, I can't even remember which one it is, the VMP2M or I don't know. It had a plastic round it, which I've changed. I changed the stock as well, and basically I was toying around with it, trying to figure out how I was going to set this up. This isn't how I'm going to set this up. I threw the rail on there to see if I liked it or not with a long rail on. I don't. So I'm going to shorten this down. This is a MTW stock that I just threw on there just because. And I thought, why not? Let's see what it can do. I've only really got short mags for this thing. Got one long mag which came with it, but we're going to see how well it does. Let's see where it's firing first, I suppose. So we do have a select fire on this. Too much hop. One thing I do like about this is how quick you can adjust the hop. Now we are going to run out of ammo on these mags pretty damn quick, but we're just going to see how it does. It does feel really low powered. Yeah, it's already running out of gas. Just the mags, they just struggle to hold gas, especially with the short ones. Now you would argue that you would run the long mags on this thing. It's plenty accurate. We might struggle to get 3 runs out of it. Even with the long barrel, we can run this in a tight environment. It's plenty accurate for it. I'm not mad. I just wish the Vorsk mags were better. I don't know what it is with them. I've gassed them up for as long as I can. Put as much gas as I can in them. And still, well, do we do a slow run and I'll talk you through this platform, or do we try and beat that? That is a very good question. 67, we could probably get down to a 60. We would do better as well if we're running the big mags, but it's just what I've got. And someone could argue that, oh, you could run it on MP9 mags. Well, I could. But they do tend to have a bit of a paddy every now and again with the MP9 mags, so I can't imagine a lot of people are going to watch this episode because from what I see online, not a lot of people like this gun, but on paper, it should be very good. And it's not bad. To me, I would look at it as an easier way to get into like a KCO2 platform without struggling with those really crap KCO2 mags. But it would be nicer. I think what I will do is change this gun out and have it shorter. It's not something I'm going to do parts for because I just struggle to get excited about this gun at all. That one's empty. We are empty on all of them. Yeah, they don't hold. Oh, there we go. They don't hold many rounds. It's very front heavy, this gun is. Doesn't help it with the rail on there, but they come with a plastic rail, which I just had to take off. Where I think this would excel is if you ran it with some kind of HPA adapter. It's very accurate, I'll give it that. The hop dial's nice, you don't have to mess about with anything to change the hop up. This grip choice that they did is just beyond stupid, in my opinion. It just really doesn't make any sense. Why would you fit a grip and then put 1911 panels on it? Like, what? What are you going through? But, you know, I think what Vorsk have done very well with, especially with their VMP1s, got a long mag now, is price and availability in terms of the aesthetics with the Vorsk stuff. Especially with their VMP1 and 2. I just think they're some of the most ugly guns that I've ever seen. Like, you literally have a blank canvas. The infrastructure's good. They're on the right path. Just the externals, like this grip is stupid. And I don't know why does this have to be so wide at the back? Maybe it's like a strength thing. It's nice they give you QD points all over the rifle. They've got a 2-part inner barrel system, which is also very silly. However, performance-wise, when you can get the gun firing, I think the short mags are pretty much pointless having, but even the long mags run out of juice. But I think what I plan to do with this is, my initial plan was, why I went with this barrel length, was to have it done as like a semi-auto DMR, which is the reason why I bought the semi-auto only trigger pack. Now, I think I probably should have waited and got one of the shorter models that they do with the folding stock. So maybe this stock part at the back is the same and you can buy the spare parts. I don't know. The M4 stock tube isn't what I have the problem with. I would even hazard a guess to say that these are AEG stock tubes, but we'll see. The grip needs to go, slim the stock down somehow, shorten this barrel down, probably by half, and just equip it to run on HPA and have it as like a little bit of a indoor CQB HPA monster. I think that's what I'm going to do, because the performance is good, even with that shitty 2-part inner barrel system. Just the efficiency is bad. It's not so much, I don't think it's the platform, I think it's the mags. And I had this with the VMP1. I just think if I'm going to persevere with this and use it, I need to build it into something that makes sense. Because currently in my head, when I compare this to any other of my gas blowbacks, it doesn't make sense at the moment. And I'm sure there are many of the VMP2 users out there that would love, because I could very easily do a steel bolt for this thing, because the blowback is anemic. It's just, if I can find a mag with some gas in, it's just very boring. Like, I got this way when I built a fancy MTW, was that I just got bored. There's no blowback action there. So maybe a future project, who knows, maybe, you'll have to tell me if you think it'll be worth doing content for it, but convert this to run on HPA well, and then put some heavy recoil, maybe do a steel bolt or something, and make it enjoyable. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the VMP2. I thought I'd come and show it off anyway. And you know, I'm not hating on this product. I'm just being very honest. I do come from using MWSs, which are very, you know, you can get high recoil out of them. They do have quite a bit of blowback action out the box. They're fun to shoot. They feel fairly realistic in the way that they shoot. I mean, you know, the trigger box isn't realistic or anything like that. But every time I come and use, even like the MCXs, which don't have much blowback, they're fun. This, on the other hand, at the moment, isn't. And that's the only thing that's holding me back. I mean, let's just come loose, firing it. So that's the VMP2. And now we're going to get on to some more exciting stuff. I think I only bought this on the day because people have been asking about it, asking what I've done with it, do I still have it? And yeah, I do. I'm normally I'm very clear. When I buy a gas blowback, I know which direction I'm going to go in with it. I know how I'm going to build it out. You know, I have plans for it. I do some exciting, or I just spec it up the way that I want it. Whenever I'm done doing content on this thing, it just goes back in the gun rack and it never gets touched again. So I think what I need to wager, is it worth the investment? You know, maybe use like a low powered nozzle but run it on HPA with a high PSI to try and get some excitement out of it. Shorten the barrel down, like I said before, because it doesn't really need to be long. I never plan on using this outdoors. I don't think. I think it's it doesn't make sense to me. But maybe you will disagree. You'll have to let me know down in the comments below. Do you have a VMP2? How do you run it? It does. I could have like brought all my MP9 mags with it, but it wouldn't really been a fair account of, you know, buy a Vorsk VMP2 and then just go buy KWA mags. But I think, I'm pretty sure, you know, thinking back to when I first looked at this rifle, I'm pretty sure it played up on the KWA mags. I bought the short ones because initially I thought, you know, I'm going to build this into like a semi-auto DMR. Honestly, I think if I did that, trying to shoot people at distance with this thing, I think I'd just get bored. So maybe we do something outlandish and wacky with it. You'll have to let me know what you guys think, and if you've got any ideas to sort of sweeten this up a little bit. Otherwise it's just going to be put on the back burner or sold, and yeah, there's just no excitement there. I know I keep repeating myself, but I have to be true in my, you know, my own personal opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I am in a fortunate position where I own a lot of gas blowbacks, M4s, AKs, SMGs, you name it. And a good example is like recently buying like the VFC G36 and the VFC UMP. You shoot them and they're so exciting and fun to use, which is why we use gas blowbacks. We have restricted mag capacity. You know, we're on a massive disadvantage on the field compared to, you know, electric sewing machines and HPA and stuff like that, but we do it because we love it. And I think this is just one of those guns that just doesn't do it for me. But let me know what you guys think. Should I drop some money on this? Should I HPA it? Maybe AirTac do an adapter for it, run it on some big mags, and, you know, shorten the barrel, make it like a little funky, I don't really know, like pocket-sized HPA'd VMP2. I'm drawing a blank here. Luckily, we've got some exciting stuff coming up for you. We've got not only the WellPro PPK20, we've also got the WellPro AK12. This video is dropping today. I've been back at HC2 filming some pistol stuff. We've done the UMP45, of course, and we've done some rival stuff where we pitch one gun against the other. Where I've took 4 pistols and we're going to see how they do against each other. We've got the GM Scar and the GM 416, which are going to pitch against each other, and probably more importantly, the Toxicant MCX versus the Salvo MCX. So hopefully you guys will like that coming up. But PPK20 and the AK12 coming first from the initial day when I was filming. Hope you had a good weekend. It's super hot here in the UK at the moment. Stay safe, stay hydrated if you're out on the field gaming. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below.
Get involved with the Jaeger Precision Discord community. More importantly, the link can be found in the description below. And from me and the guys over at HC2, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll be seeing you in the next one.